Now, the UE have the 64 preambles, and one preamble is selected. Before sending the random access preamble on PRACH channel, the UE needs to know what type of preamble format should be used. Format 0, 1, 2 or Format 3. At which system frame and subframe can transmit PRACH preamble. And where PRACH is placed in frequency domain. The above questions will allow the eNodeB to know when and where to detect the random access preamble. The preamble format that should be used and the transmission time are defined by PRACH Config Index parameter. The mapping between the PRACH Config Index, preamble format and the transmission time are determined in the following table. The first column is the range of the PRACH configuration index, which is from 0 to 63. The second column is the preamble format mapped to the PRACH config index. The third and the fourth system frame number and the subframe number that should be used to transmit the preamble. The value of the PRACH config index parameter take effect only when the indication of PRACH configuration index is set to CFG config. For example, the possible PRACH configurations index, for the case of preamble format 0, if the PRACH config index is set to 0, then the preamble can be sent only in even frame in subframe number 1. If the PRACH config index is set to 5, then the preamble can be sent in odd and even frame in subframe number 7. If the PRACH config index is set to 13, then the preamble can be sent in odd and even frame in subframe numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. If the PRACH config index parameter is set to a longer PRACH period, the eNodeB can support less load, and fewer uplink resources are used. If it's set to a shorter PRACH period, the eNodeB can support more access load, and more uplink resources are used. When the indication of PRACH configuration index is set to not config, the eNodeB allocate dynamically the PRACH configuration index based on the high-speed flag, the setting of the preamble format and the configured bandwidth. The first table for LTE FDD and the second table for LTE TDD.